Okay guys, here's a quick look at the Butterfield Canyon Road LiDAR elevation data. And you can see the digital terrain map here with the GPX points overlying it. And you can see the road very clearly, and you can see how the points match up with the road. So we take our elevation data and assign it to those points. But what I just want to show you is just so your expectations are well, so you know what to expect. It won't overlay the mapping system that you might use. So here's OpenStreetMap. This isn't the worst spot. I don't know why I picked this spot. I just thought it would demonstrate it reasonably well. But you can see that OpenStreetMap is a lot coarser and doesn't quite fit the map. But also you can see that it won't always fit the satellite view, because there will be errors, but also there's a transform that I've used to overlay this satellite map because it's a different coordinate reference system, and that transform's accurate to plus or minus 1 meter. So that's one thing. But of course, there are going to be registration differences with the aerial photography or the satellite images. So that it won't always fit, but what you can be sure of, it fits the LiDAR road according to the coordinate reference system that was used when the LiDAR was obtained. So that's what I've used here, the same coordinate reference system, no transform. I've just overlaid each one and obtained the data from the road surface here. Of course, there will be some artifacts where the data fall down, but most of the time it will fit very nicely here. And now we're just going to have a quick look at the comparison of the I'm going to just reset these data. The comparison of the slopes on here, where we've got I'm using the old GPX smoother here. We've got Garmin Edge 520. That's nice and smooth, looks good. We've got there are a lot of points, so that's why this is a little bit slow. We've got the LiDAR data, and then we have the Strava data. Now, as you probably know, hopefully you've watched my other videos, Strava have taken a base map with probably around 30-meter tiles, probably better in some parts of the US and maybe Europe, using the EU DEM, which is 25-meter tiles, and then it's refined it with barometric altimeter user data. And here you can see there's artifact. This isn't great. And you've got extreme slope values. If I just smooth it like that, because of the different spacing in the points, you again get very extreme slope values. You can get different data from Strava. This was just a route plotted on Strava Route Planner, but if you extract the segment data, that will be different too. It treats things differently, so you won't necessarily get all of these artifacts, but clearly it's not ideal. So let's just reset that. And you can see the slope chart here, and if we look at the slope chart on the LiDAR data and we look at the slope chart on the Garmin Edge, you can see that they correlate much better. So you've got a rolling lead in, then you've got some pretty brutal gradients, and then a more relaxed final part of the climb. So rolling lead in, brutal gradients, relaxed climbing at the end. And of course, the Strava data, it doesn't really show that at all. You can see it if we were to eliminate these points here, which are easy to do. You would get some reasonable representation of the ride, but it's not going to be great. So there's Strava, LiDAR, Garmin Edge. So you can see the barometric data correlate very well with the LiDAR data. That's not always the case. You need to make sure the barometric data, the device is well calibrated. But anyway, that's just to demonstrate what we've got and what you can expect from the Butterfield Canyon Road. And as I say, there will be a few kinks where there's overlying rocks, but actually I can't see any here. I'm just, with the Spanish LiDAR data, you really have to work around overlying rocks because it's only a 5-meter elevation DEM, but 5 meter tiles, sorry. But here, look, it's conforming to the road very well. So I've ridden this. The corners come out with no kinks. So I'm pretty pleased with that. So please check it out on magicroads.org. I'll upload it there and have fun.